This is the city of Valletta here in Malta here in Europe. Valletta's streets and sights will have you wandering around to marvel at all its beauty. The Baroque architecture adorns all corners of the small city, and there are plenty of historical buildings to admire. Though the city was built on a peninsula of only 1 kilometer by 600 meters, Europe's southernmost capital is abundant in historical sites. UNESCO described Valletta as one of the most concentrated historic areas in the world. When it named Valletta a World Heritage Site, you will find some of Europe's finest artworks, churches, and palaces in Valletta. Founded in 1565 by the Knights of St. John, it was stated that Valletta would be a city built by gentlemen for gentlemen, and it remains true to its 16th century class. The fortified city walls overlook the Mediterranean Sea and provide a perfect setting for a relaxing yet intriguing holiday. Imagine yourself strolling around the small, picturesque side streets while grabbing a local snack and a coffee in one of Valletta's many quaint cafes. Malta has been colonized throughout the ages and now stands proudly independent since 1964. Today, Valletta is the administrative and commercial heart of the islands, and locals and tourists alike flock to the city for its culture and vivacity. The city is dotted with little shops and cafes, and there is more than enough to explore. You definitely won't get bored. After investments made in recent years, Valletta has transformed into an even safer and more popular place. Valletta was the European Capital of Culture in 2018, together with its Dutch sister city Leeuwarden. Cultural events were held all throughout the year, and the capital greatly benefited from the extra investments and visitors it gained. Valletta is arguably the beating heart of Malta, and the cultural hub has lots to offer tourists. Besides being the country's administrative and commercial heart, there is a strong focus on the arts and developing associated talent. With restaurants, cafes, and bars for every type of visitor, as well as numerous interesting museums, Malta's capital is definitely worth visiting. If you are thinking about paying a visit to Valletta, Valletta's history is fascinating and has worldwide implications right up to the present day. Discovering this history at the various monuments and attractions includes museums, impressive cathedrals, palaces, battlements, and secret bases. Even if you don't care for history, you don't want to miss these attractions, which are splendid in their own right. Valletta has one of the most vibrant art scenes in the world. It hosts a range of festivals that support creativity in a variety of ways, including carnivals, music festivals, and art displays. The city is engineered for fine living. This includes lively bars, excellent restaurants, amazing markets, and nightlife to suit all tastes. Much of Valletta is historic, and the architecture is profound. The newer parts of the city make for a delicious contrast which must be experienced. The people are largely welcoming, and despite the range of activities and places to see that can make Valletta feel frenetic and busy, your experience can be very laid back. It is up to you. Being the capital of the island, you will find everything you need from high-end stores to local cafes, and from age-old attractions to modern wine bars. Valletta has it all. And since the city is quite small in size, you'll be able to walk everywhere you want to go. Walking from City Gate to the far end of Valletta at Fort St. Elmo is just a 15-minute walk. If you're keen to explore the rest of the islands, Valletta is one of the best locations to stay. With an expansive bus network, the main public transport hub is here, just outside of the City Gate. Whether you want to grab a bus or a taxi, Valletta is a great starting point to explore the rest of the islands. You can get to know the country through its food and drinks, and Malta is definitely no exception. When staying in Valletta, you'll be a stone's throw away from the best restaurants, cafes, and bars the country has to offer. Low-priced local snacks, such as pastizi, can be found all around town, and there are many high-end restaurants and wine bars. For a true taste of Malta, Valletta is your best. Experience local city life. Valletta remained fairly local throughout the years, as accommodation is relatively expensive. Many locals still live, work, and shop in the capital, and you'll be able to enjoy a taste of local Maltese culture simply by looking around you. The people of Valletta are welcoming and will happily share their local knowledge with you. There are amazing boutique hotels in Valletta. You can even stay in some of the city's historic places. Do expect to pay more for this kind of accommodation. Around €100 isn't extraordinary. For culture and history lovers, Valletta is the place to be. With many museums, historical buildings, and exquisite architecture, Valletta is the cultural hub of the Maltese Islands. With plenty of places to visit, you surely won't get bored.
Te, kapoy ka na? Kanina ka pa? Ginapag tabi-tabi dito ba? Nakapoy, nako dito, pungko ko dito.